Hello everyone, welcome to Vray Sketchup Series. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a modern gate dynamic component similar to this one. And we're starting right away. The dynamic component that we will create is made up of 5 individual components. Let's select our object and go to Window menu and click Component Attributes. Here are those 5 subcomponents. Let's rename component number 3 as left frame. Let's rename component number 4 as right frame. And component number 5 as horizontal frame. Let's start with the top frame and add 2 attributes. Click Add Attributes and select Position and another attribute, the Size attribute. Just do the same thing with the remaining components, except for the horizontal frame. We shall be adding 2 more attributes. In the horizontal frame component, we are going to add another attribute, and that is under this behaviors attribute. Let's click on copies and another attribute, this time our own attribute. Let's name it as spacing. Now we'll take a look at all of these 5 subcomponents. Let's start with the top frame component. Now if we are going to scale this component and using this grip, stretch it along this side of the x-axis, we can see that we don't need to create an intelligence for the position and size attributes of this component. The XYZ position remains the same when we stretch this one. The length along the Z-axis or the height of the component stays at 10 cm. Obviously the length or the thickness remains at 5 cm. And it is perfectly alright if the length along the x-axis changes as we stretch our component. The lower frame component is similar to our top frame component, so let's go straight ahead and go to our left frame component. Still, we don't need to create any intelligence for the position attributes. But in the size attributes, we need to create an intelligence for the length of our component along the x-axis. And to do that, we just need to type the equal sign and the number 10 for 10 centimeters and click enter. Same thing goes with the right frame. For the horizontal frame component, we need to lock the position at the x-axis at 10 centimeters, and to do that we just type the equal sign and the number 10 for 10 centimeter and click enter. Now let's scale this one along the x-axis. Let's get back to our right frame component and let's see what needs to be done. We need to create an intelligence for the X position of our right frame component. So we just type the equal sign and go to our top frame component and select len X and click enter. the edge of this component should be aligned with this edge. To do that, we just subtract 10 or 10 centimeter, and again click enter. The length of our horizontal frame must be always aligned with this edge, and this edge happens to be the position of our right frame component. So to add an intelligence, let's type the equal sign and click on the X position of our right frame. The edge of our horizontal frame component is snapped to this edge instead of snapping here, and to correct that one, we just subtract 10 or 10 centimeter and click enter. Again, let's scale this one. Okay, it's very clear that we need a lot of things to be done here. Let's start with our lower frame. The length along the Z-axis of our lower frame must be locked at 10 centimeters. So we need to add an equal sign followed by the number 10 and click enter. Same thing with our top frame. We go to this one, type equal sign followed by 10 and hit enter. For our horizontal frame, we also need to lock this one. And also we need to lock the position of our horizontal frame along the Z-axis. So we type equal sign 15 and click enter. Again, let's scale this one. I think we're doing well. I just forgot to lock the position of our left and right frame components. We will lock the position of our right frame component along the Z-axis. We type the equal sign followed by the number 10. Click enter. Same thing with our left frame. Again, let's scale this up. Again, we missed something else. The length of our left and right panel frame component must be always aligned with the position of our top frame component. Let's add an intelligence for the size attributes along the Z-axis. Let's type the equal sign, go to top frame component and select the position of this component along the Z-axis. Click enter. We can see that the length of this left frame component aligns with this edge. We need to align this length at this edge, so we just subtract 10 centimeter. And for the length of our right frame component, we just need to type the equal sign and select length Z and hit enter. One more time, let's scale this up. I think we're down to our last component, the horizontal frame. Let's go to our spacing attributes and type a distance. That distance would be the spacing between two horizontal frames. And let's make this as 8 centimeters. And just click enter. Let's go to the copies attributes. Let's type equal sign. And we need the length of this left frame panel. We just select this one and divide it by our spacing. We just click this one and hit enter. We need to see 18 copies of this horizontal frame component along this stretch, and to be able to do that, we need to create our last intelligence, and that is we go to the position of our horizontal frame along the z-axis, and this is the one. Type plus and type copy and multiplied by the spacing. We just need to click this one and hit enter. So if we just scale this up at a height of 2 meters and this one at a length of 1.5 meters, we replicate this one 3 times. So I guess we have a gate similar to this one. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, subscribe right now. Click that notification bell so you won't miss any upcoming uploads. More videos to come. I will see you soon, and have a great day.